Got me falling right back.
Alright guys, Mitchell Lavin coming back at you with another video. Welcome to the channel. So, in this video I'm going to be talking about my 5 biggest mistakes when it came to starting my lifting career and tips to fix those mistakes and what you should do instead. Currently at the box, going to hit a leg day. It's kind of like a mini deload week, just kind of resting the body a little bit so I can go harder in the later weeks, really trying to increase that squat max. But if you enjoy the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that bell for post notifications. And let's get into it. About to pop my pre-workout. Alright guys, so first tip I have when it comes to working out is making sure you get a warm-up in, because when I first started out I would get straight to the weights. I know right now I'm doing 5 minutes of cardio, I stretch, I do light on the weight, and you need to do that because you don't want to go into the gym and then start pushing heavy weight, because 1, you get injure yourself, 2, you're not going to get the max capacity that you could get because your body's not ready to train, you know. You want to get into that motion of warming up before every single workout so that your body is prepared to train. Alright guys, next up I have gear. I did not have any when I first started, not a huge deal, but I do notice it makes a big difference. Before boot camp, I had patellar tendonitis. I still have it in my left knee, so now when I squat, I wear knee sleeves, and it makes a huge difference. I'm not going to say it's going to increase your PR by 100 pounds, but if you have any knee pain, it can definitely help. Same with a belt. Belt helps a lot with lower back pain, helps you brace, keeps your torso up straight when squatting. So, you know, a belt, knee sleeves. You could buy squat shoes if you want to increase your squat. They help lift your heel up so you can get more depth. I normally just don't wear shoes when I start getting heavy squat. It's up to you. But gear is definitely a huge thing. It'll help you a lot, help prevent injury, help stop your injury. If you currently have an injury, it'll help. It won't let your injury be the reason you can't squat heavy or anything like that. I'm not saying this is gonna be like, you know, the magic tool to lifting heavy, but these are definitely gonna help. Alright guys, next tip, intensity. When I started, I was always doing like 4 sets of 12, same weight, no progressive overload, was never increasing the weight. It was too easy and I didn't grow from that, right? So I recommend, you can do deload weeks and stuff, but I recommend always like RPE 9, RPE 10. That set was like an RPE 8.5, 9. That was my last squat set. And you want to keep the intensity up, you want to push till failure, because your muscles aren't going to see the stress against it that it needs. If there's no stress, there's no growth, so. Alright guys, so next mistake is not drinking enough water, right? Especially if you're taking creatine, because when you take creatine you need water for it to actually work. But water in general, I try to drink a gallon a day, but water literally is good for you, obviously better for you than you think. Sorry, I'm exhausted right now. But along with water is just your nutrition in general, which I'm not making another video on because it's a very broad topic. But definitely focus on getting your protein in. I say a minimum of 1 gram per pound of body weight every day. It doesn't mean you have to track every single calorie all day, every meal, but I would focus on the protein for sure, because that's what's going to be what's the macro that's most important for building muscle. Let's finish this workout. Alright guys, another tip, training abs is a waste of time. No, I'm kidding. If you want a strong core, train abs, but don't expect training abs to get you abs. It's all going to be about dieting, calorie deficit, burning more calories than you're consuming. That is how you'll get abs. You can't spot reduce fat. Your body's just going to lose fat wherever it wants to, quite honestly, when you do a calorie deficit. But I have just started to do abs because I kind of need to, just because I would like to have a strong core, even though it's boring, but let's get into it. Alright guys, last final tip is rest. So I work out 6 days a week, 1 rest day. I do upper lower, upper lower, upper lower rest. Rest days are extremely important. You need to give your body that recovery time, but not just rest days from workouts. I normally do active recovery days, but you also want to do rest in between sets, depending on your goals. I'd say training for strength, you want to do like 3 to 4 minutes in between sets. Hypertrophy, like 1 to 2 minutes, really get that muscle going. But if you guys enjoy this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. Peace.